Hello, dear friends. I refuse to have memberships on my channel because I don't want to offer two types of information, one for the paid and another one for the free. Can you imagine Jesus or Buddha with paying followers? I live from advertisements, badly paid, and I don't charge anybody, but I always appreciate any contribution. I say this with the utmost respect for other channels because everyone acts according to their consciousness or their conscience. Opinion piece: environmental damage, natural disasters, loss of fertile soil, natural or artificial, weather modification, reduction of the rainforest, distress of the devic kingdom, separation of wheat and chaff. Let's start. The planet is experiencing a large number of weather phenomena, although forest fires, monsoon rains, droughts, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and record temperatures can all be attributed to natural causes. Mother Nature would not have been the only cause of all this, according to Matthew Ward. Currently, more than 50 countries carry out activities on artificial weather modification, the status of which is recorded in the periodic reports made by the Committee of Experts of the World Meteorological Organization. Although droughts and floods are the easiest effects to achieve, control of earthquakes and volcanic eruptions has improved. When talking about meteorological technology, Matthew is not only referring to HARP, but also to scalar wave technology. It should be noted that both major powers have scalar weapons, but it is not clear how much has been caused by one and how much by the other. These technologies were supposed to be kept secret, but it wasn't possible. At first, efforts were few and weak because the designs were new and testing was cautious. Today, it is well known how to cause chaos anywhere on the planet. Matthew reveals that behind the natural weather changes are forces beyond Earth, and they are influencing their willing puppets to cause destruction. The goal would be to increase negativity. This adds to the topic realm's distress over the pollution of the atmosphere, which is the Earth's main respiratory system, the decline of rainforests, the loss of fertile soil, and the draining of oil, which is the lifeblood of the planet. Oil lubricates the earth, and free energy will end its use. Catharsis. The paradox is that even if there were no weather technology, the earth would still be reeling from fires, storms, eruptions, and earthquakes caused by collective negativity. They are the planetary cleaners, the reducers of negativity, the relievers of the build-up of kinetic energy, the factor that helps the Earth to rise to a lighter density and to leave the domain of darkness. According to Matthew, the thinning of the ozone layer is useful to purify the atmosphere and lighten the density surrounding the planet. This is only known to a few scientists who don't make it public. In the third density of the Earth, the protection of the ozone area has been necessary for life forms, but the need for this is diminishing as the planet absorbs more light. The ozone situation would have occurred without any human effort, solely as a natural and desirable result of the increasing light of Earth. It is not easy to believe that some human beings are being manipulated by non-human forces, or to accept that they have caused harm. They are the ones who manipulate the economy, while claiming that it is a financial aid. They are the ones who finance wars, while publicly declaring that all they want is to achieve lasting peace. There is no difference between the damage resulting from a fire caused by a sudden gust or of wind scattering sparks from a campfire, or the damage caused by an arsonist, but there is a huge difference between the energetic connection created by each. The intention or motive is a form of energy in itself and is registered independently of the activity itself. For example, precarious subsistence farmers are not aware of the damage they cause when they abandon their ruined land to move on, because they cut down or burn more trees, wearing away the topsoil and contributing to the destruction of the rainforest. Others cut down trees to sell rare woods, even though they know that forest conservation is an environmental necessity. In both cases, the trees are killed, reducing the vital element for the well being of the earth, but only in the later case, when greed easily wins over consciousness, does their action result in a double dose of negativity. Help. The caricature of the mad scientist with the flowing hair and bulging eyes from Back to the Future is almost applicable, as the few people with knowledge and authority are not rational, and their source of inspiration is not human but reptilian. However, the plans of the controllers have never been completely successful thanks to the advanced technology of our space brotherhood. This is not to say that extreme weather events will not occur. That that is the most likely scenario as the battle between light and dark continues. But thanks to our benevolent space warriors, nothing will be as bad as was anticipated before they came to help. At this time, enough souls have awakened and are seeking the truth that there is an increased request for help to prevent planetary destruction. This has allowed the detrimental effects to be brought under control under the guidance of the Brotherhood of Light, whose advanced technology elevates and directs the energy currents to positive outcomes. They responded to Earth's plea for help, and the myriad of others in service to the light are also helping. But assisting these sources to recreate heaven on earth is the mission and birthright of every soul who choose to participate during this unprecedented era. Your positive thoughts and feelings are necessary for the return to health, peace, love, harmony, and the remembrance of your relationship with each other, with God, with all life forms throughout the universe. This is not simply a prayer or a fervent hope, it is a reflection of the universe. The changes occurring in each of you and the planetary changes are only a reflection of the more widespread universal changes since the birth of the various wells of the cosmos. Everything that happens on Earth is related to everything that happens in the cosmos. Opinions. The tsunami of truth is gathering strength according to the son of actor Will Smith. Get ready. A tsunami is coming, warned John and Nisha Whitehead. There is a government that operates in the shadows, speaks in a language of force, and rules by decree. Citizens want to prepare for the biggest mental health crisis in history, according to Sorjafal. Mike Adams warns of mass outbreaks of mental illness by deranged opponents when Trump achieves electoral victory. Davos Forum threatens world leaders to carry out the Great Reset according to Archbishop Vigano. Urgent message from Yeshua about world events. We're about to experience a separation of the sheep and the goats, the wheat and the chaff. Galician researcher Juan José Nieto Roig talks about selective confinements and other restrictions that are being studied. Economy. Calm reigns in the stock markets, but it is only temporary. Stocks rise on Friday and are on track for a 6-week winning streak. Gold is at a new record at 2,735.70 per troy ounce. Bitcoin rises 8% in the week and sets its sights on $70,000. 70,000. More and more citizens are trapped in credit card debt. On Thursday, October 17, 2024, the gold-backed Chinese yuan replaced the dollar to determine the price of oil on the forex market for international trade. Donald Trump said that countries that stop using the dollar for trade will face a 100% tariff on all goods entering the country to the US. BRICS. Libya is studying its accession to the BRICS. South Africa believes that the potential of the BRICS is capable of changing the world economy. The BRICS share of global GDP exceeds that of the G7 and continues to grow. The BRICS New Development Bank is an alternative to Western development finance mechanisms and will continue to expand its capacity. USA. The US fears an uncontrollable escalation with Russia more than with Iran. SpaceX sues California over its refusal to allow more rocket launches. Could Biden generate global upheaval during his remaining time in office? Kids are not all right. Washington reports 350% increase in youth fights. Pro-Trump signs on law leads to shooting in Las Vegas neighborhood. An advisement is the cause of the conflict. An island in the middle of the lake with a Montana monster is for sale for $72 million. Canadian President Trudeau proposes decriminalizing drugs and emptying prisons. Middle East. A leak details Israel's preparations for a massive operation in Iran. Yemen overtakes Afghanistan as the world's least peaceful country. Ethiopia's Fentale volcano could be awakening after 200 years. Parliament approves dismissal of Kenya's vice president on historic day. Europe. Europe will apply tariffs to US products if Trump wins. EU's refusal to engage with Russia on Ukraine is a big mistake, says Hungarian Prime Minister. Heavy rains cause flooding in central and northern Italy. Meloni condemns attacks on UN peacekeepers in Lebanon. The UK faces 3 snowstorms this winter. A region of Australia seeks to imprison children from the age of 10. Spain. Spain and Italy have the most unsustainable pension systems in Europe. Taxi drivers joined the transporter strike to demand early retirement. Precariousness is causing a brain drain in the hospitality and construction industries. Demonstration on Sunday against Pedro Sánchez to call for early elections. 65.7% of Spaniards are satisfied with their free time, and a third read every day or almost every day, according to a survey. Controversy over the construction of a Guggenheim Museum in a biosphere reserve in Guernica. The town of Covarrubias, Burgos, is looking for Norwegians to combat depopulation. Mexico declines to be a partner country for Fitur 2025 in Madrid and applies for 2026. Former President Aznar believes that it is absurd for Mexico to demand an apology from Spain. He argues that without this historical fact, the existence of this country cannot be explained. Americas. Hurricane experts warn that another major storm is on the way. It could hit Central America and Mexico on Saturday. The IMF cuts the growth estimate for Mexico in 2024 due to institutional reforms. Mexico moves to reform its constitution to favor its state-owned electricity company. Cuba suffers an island-wide blackout after a power plant failure. The UN remembers Chile's step for the violation of human rights during the social outbreak of 2019. 3 Americans arrested in Venezuela accused of conspiracy. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.